Leo Collective, this is a general reading, but I've been told to keep these cards out because there's another message coming through here. Somebody here is actually, could be manipulate the situation. This is somebody who wanted to control the situation, was very dictating, very controlling, and very manipulative. There was somebody here, though, who was going over the situation between these two queens, okay, and was repetitively stuck in their head. Somebody here is feeling trapped, okay, and they might need some rest because somebody could be having a kind of mental breakdown here. I'm hearing for somebody here, okay. This Queen of Cups here, this could be telling their intuition, could be telling them that this fire sign who's actually trapped in their mind or feeling trapped, because it seems like someone's barricading themselves off from everybody and keeping themselves separate, okay, needing some time out. But the intuition could be telling you regarding this person. Yeah, fire sign, a Leo person, okay. Somebody here is a Leo, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Strong Sagittarius on a Leo person here, okay. They may have this in their chart. Somebody could be changing jobs soon, but there's somebody here who's a Gemini or a Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. Someone is being a player between two, a fire sign and a water sign. Somebody's being seen too, and it could have been this earth sign, okay. There could be some travel, loss, or illness. Something's coming to an end, okay. Somebody could feel left out in the cold or going through financial difficulties, but someone's going to meet a understanding stranger, okay. Or they could be having some finances with a young person here, but there's definitely going to be some form of inevitable event or legal affairs that someone's going to go through a loss, because there's going to be some legal conflict. Somebody could be ending, there could be some corruption, termination. There could have been a minor accident or illness here, okay? Or a person was in some emotional commitment here. But there's going to be some confusion with legal documents, because someone could be receiving a letter to do with the law, okay? Something could have took place around autumn or winter. It does symbolize intellect, action, travel, fear, loss, illness, and ending, though, okay? Somebody could be in their head regarding some form of loss, or somebody putting them in a third party situation, okay. Somebody was dealing with a player. Somebody could have been already married or in a committed relationship already. Yeah, this was a joker, but it's telling you caution here, okay, because subconsciously you know this. Caution is needed. The greatest madness is not failing to see things as they are, but failing to see things as they should be, okay? Because somebody's going to be feeling rejected here. But we must remember, every rejection is God's protection. This could take within 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months. It could have already taken place for some of you. But somebody here, there's a good friend around you here, okay? That's offering loyalty and fidelity. Some of you subconsciously could be wanting a good marriage or partnership or security. Or somebody could be receiving an award in the family. But you need to have faith in yourself here, okay? Somebody needs to set themselves free from self-sabotaging, because you're going to be needing some time out to go within, okay? Could be in separation from this person, alright? Yeah, it's going to be a choice to make here. Okay, some of you could have a new idea, or it could be a young love here. Love for a young person or a child, okay? Somebody could be finding out here that somebody was infatuated with somebody who that was a young love or young love that was infatuated with somebody younger than themselves. But you're going to hear some disturbing news regarding this person here. That could have been a father figure here. That could have been hearing some disturbing news. Okay? Because Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody's got options here regarding this King of Pentacles here. Okay? Who could be seeing a fire sign and a water sign. Someone's feeling trapped here. Or somebody could even be in a mental institution or feeling trapped like that, or spiritually trapped or physically trapped in prison. Yeah, that's a definite yes. Okay, that's a confirmation where somebody is. Yeah, somebody's going to take some form of action here. Telephone, send a letter. Okay. It also speaks about fortune with money here. There could be a love letter you're receiving, or somebody could be demanding some form of payment here, or a true friend will be revealed. But this also speaks about mysterious message or new opportunities. But somebody might need to be tolerant of others here in the next 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Because for somebody here who's going through some mental illness, this could be a new friend or love. It could be marriage for a relative or friend that could be letting you know they're getting married. Okay? But someone's taking their action within 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. And somebody could be envious of you. It could be you that's taking this action, okay? Subconsciously, you know that you're setting yourself free, okay, from a situation. You're making a choice here, okay? But someone is envious of you here. But you will overcome your problems, all right? 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. And at the bottom, you do have the Nine of Wands. This speaks about a short journey or visit here. You could be receiving an invitation to travel, or a surprise meeting, or a romantic meeting. But there's going to be an opportunity for you to travel here, okay? Some of you are in separation. Some of you probably need some time out. Some of you could be taking a journey. You could be dealing with a Capricorn person, okay? They could have betrayed your love. Virgo, Capricorn, or Taurus. But it seems like you could have ended up losing money, or they end up losing money, but somebody's gambling or taking some form of chance. Somebody could be coming towards you to demand some form of money here and want to argue with you. So beware of false promises here, okay? Somebody might need to resist some form of temptation here, because especially if they're gambling, yeah, somebody's single and financially stable, okay? Somebody's getting some form of receiving some form of finances here. There could be news of a wedding for somebody here, or an engagement. Some of you could be meeting a blue-eyed stranger. But there's also a disturbing invitation here from somebody here that might make you kind of wonder why they actually sent you this invitation. Could have been an invitation from an ex for some of you. But there's going to be some form of chance meeting here, because somebody could be giving, or somebody here could be rushing in to go and say, want to give you a new opportunity. But remember here, somebody who in separation, it might not be permanent, but somebody here needs some time out, okay? This could even be somebody in your family, or somebody here is in a situation or a gathering, a happy gathering here. Somebody's going to triumph over their illness, and it could be a renewed old friendship here for somebody here. Some of you could be making new young friends, or there could be a difference in age between you and this person. But you also need to be aware of it's a false friend as well, okay? Somebody's a frenemy, okay? Somebody's coming around you like a wolf in sheep clothing. Fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Some of you could be a Taurus. They may even have fire, Aries and Taurus in their chart. But this could be somebody that's in your family here, okay? This is somebody that something here could be coming to an end, because somebody could be waiting to move quickly here towards you here in the family, okay? And there could be some form of disagreement. Yeah, it's about a gift of money or loan here. Somebody's got some dispute or quarrel. It could be any young person or child, but it seems to be some dispute about a loan or debt, or loss of some money. Mm, that's for somebody. So let's see. What other message here coming out for the collective Sun, Moon, and Venus rising? Yeah, there is somebody here that can't be trusted. Okay, could be some unequal give and take going on here. Somebody's feeling rejected. Somebody's made a choice though to excuse me, to either end the marriage and be single and financially stable. Okay, it's the choices that somebody's making, or somebody could be wanting to reunite. So let's see what other message is coming out for the collective, because somebody needs to use their intuition. Somebody's young, okay? But there's also, I'm picking up, there's some form of deception around you, okay? Somebody could be also speaking to friends, family regarding this situation here, okay? Mm, could be quite a few people here that's being very deceptive around you. So pre-warned is pre-armed, I always say. Let's see what other message here. What's the tea here on this situation for the collective? Sun, Moon, and Venus rising. Somebody could be lying as well about a situation as well. Okay? And the reason why they could be lying because they felt rejected, or somebody had options, somebody was being a fool. Yeah, you got unspoken desires. Somebody's unexpressed inner desires, often hidden needs or their emotions right now. So somebody was holding some form of unexpressed inner desire towards you here, collective, because some lies are going to be exposed. Okay, somebody was dealing with a joker who was rejected in the past, who thought they had loads of options. Okay, somebody here who thought they could choose to come back. But the truth will be eventually be exposed there, okay? That somebody could be having some mental illness. And they're testing your limits here, okay? Someone is testing the limits of what? Or examining how you react under pressure, okay? Yes, this could be somebody here who wants to unite, but this is somebody here that you could be setting yourself free from, okay? Because at the bottom, there is going to be some public exposure taking place, especially your private matters could be exposed. Yeah, somebody's trying to bridge differences, culture differences, bring both challenges and growth. So somebody is keeping secrets, okay? Or you might need to guide secrets, or somebody could be asking you to keep one, all right? Or somebody's in separation because they're going through the dark night of the soul. They're feeling trapped in a loop in their own head. Could be self-sabotage. Yeah, there's going to be some breaking news. A surprise revelation will shift your perspective here when you find out. Okay. Once you come out and after you had your rest, okay, you're going to come across smoke and mirrors. But don't be fooled by appearances here, collective, because the past life echoes. There's some connections or feelings feel like echoes from the past life, but it's like the same script, different cast. Okay, that's for somebody. Or if somebody from your past who's wanting to return, these lies are going to be exposed. Okay, could be regarding a fire sign. Okay, a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer could be telling to use your intuition regarding a fire sign that could be going through some kind of mental health. They could be testing your limits here, okay? Trying to deal with somebody who's got mental health issues, okay? But somebody might need to rest up, go into hospital, okay? Could be hearing news regarding it. Somebody could have had a very nervous breakdown. This could have taken place in the family, okay? Or somebody you're married with or living with, okay? That's for somebody. Any other news here for news? I heard news. Somebody's looking news right now. Collective. Let me just take a what I mean gone here. Collective right now, as I'm doing this reading, I'm picking up then somebody's looking news. Okay. But it's like say at the end of the day, whatever somebody's ulterior motive. It's going to be returned to sender for some reason, for somebody. Yeah, somebody playing mind games. This is somebody here who say Netflix and chill. Your intuition is telling you this is what this person's ulterior motive is, okay? Their unspoken desires. They want to be sneaking around with friends with benefits, spending time with someone, lying about their whereabouts. This is somebody here who's been playing mind games, okay? They've been gaslighting you here. This could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Your intuition's kicking in and trying to tell you that someone is gaslighting you or testing you or analyzing you, okay? This person's emotionally unavailable, okay? And they're testing your limits here because someone's feeling trapped or they feel like they have to barricade themselves in their own home. Yeah, somebody's getting a cold shoulder, okay? There's definitely somebody's freezing somebody out. There's been a breakup. There's been distance. Somebody's ignoring you. Somebody's keeping themselves busy, okay? Because after they set themselves free from a third-party situation, this could have been breaking news that was keeping somebody in separation. But somebody's going to be single and financially stable. Ooh, there's definitely some infatuations. But somebody's in denial. They're obsessed. There is attraction. Someone's trying to do some spell work on your hair, collective, okay? You could be receiving a message, an apology. Somebody might want to meet up, want a heart-to-heart conversation. But it's somebody who's could be infatuated with you, okay? That wants to send you some form of message. But at the bottom, you've got a lesson learned. There was tough times, you've grown, and you leveled up, all right? So the person that's returning, you ain't turning back to the same person because you changed, okay? Real love, real deal. You're looking for true bond, unshakable relationship, divine union, because you're healing through love right now with care and recovery. But someone feels it's safe to feel again because it's over for real with somebody else, okay? There's definitely been closure. Somebody's getting inner peace and they're moving on because it was a lesson learned and they're going towards somebody who is on the same page, okay? Because somebody was playing mind games and this is going to be exposed, all right? They're lying. Some of you need to set yourself free out of your mind or out of a third party situation, okay? And use your intuition. Take some time out to heal. Take some time to go within, okay? Because somebody right now is using their intuition regarding somebody that could be just coming in quickly just for sex. Yeah, this is the feminine energy. The Empress, I would say, nurturing, mothering here. The mind games. Some of you are healing from this, okay? Self-care, going into introspection, okay? You're meditating on this because somebody's getting a cold shoulder. It's because you glow up. You got new opportunities. You got a new career. You got successful business here. And the message that's coming in is that somebody's drowning. They're over their head. Overextended. Excuse me. Somebody's definitely hit rock bottom because you're realizing this is toxic, okay? Drama, arguments. You're both incompatible. You got nothing in common, okay? Fire and water, okay? That's for somebody. Somebody's definitely having some form of breakdown, or they could even be in prison or spiritual prison, okay? But don't be fooled by their appearance because even if they actually go and say, make sure I clean up myself to look presentable, that I'm alright, it ain't going on the outside, it's going on the inside. You know what I mean? This person is not stable. And to see you getting a glow up, okay? Tell me a bit about this feminine energy here. Yeah, somebody's healed, not hooked, okay? This is somebody here who's seeking their freedom, detaching from a situation, getting clarity. The Queen of Cups here is using their intuition. The fire sign here now that was in the past here, okay, could also need healing. Yeah, real eyes, real lies. Somebody is seeing clearly. There's definitely been some illusion that's been cracked. Somebody's getting awareness now regarding somebody could have put them in a third party situation, or somebody here is having a breakdown or setting them free after they get a glow up. Because somebody here is muted, not moved on. Somebody's hiding feelings. They're faking that they're calm, but they're still hurting. So consciously you know this. Some of you, even though you could have set yourself free, you're still hurting from the third party situation, okay? Because somebody is drowning and they're over their head. Somebody is in separation, going within right now. Yeah, should have been done. Something's been dragging on for a while because it was already over, but somebody was in denial, okay? Now somebody could have ended up hitting rock bottom who was kind of codependent on the relationship, because at the bottom you do have, are you still there? I'm not coming tonight. Now, when somebody has to go and get the message of there was, that means somebody had the expectations. They were expecting somebody to come, and then they actually get a text message to say that they're not coming tonight. Because this is showing here only when convenient. Somebody is used for attraction, emotional utility. There's no depth in this relationship, okay? There's somebody here now that's healed but not hooked. And you need to set yourself free and detach and get some form of clarity. And you're going to get this when you use your intuition and go within, because there's definitely been some toxic drama, arguments, and you're realizing that you're incompatible, okay? You got nothing in common but sex. That's about it. That's for somebody. Well, the message here for the collective. Yeah, something's definitely crumbling. What you've built feels like it's falling apart. It's okay. You have the strength to build anew. Because you was dealing with somebody in the past that was adrift. They're not willing to settle down or be responsible. But it's time to commit and put down some roots. This could be you or the person you was dealing with. But you're dealing with a fire sign who had realized real lies, okay? That wasn't ready to settle down, okay? That's probably trapped or in prison because something's going to be exposed. It talks about fragile heart. Somebody was too open, and somebody's in danger of heartbreak here, okay? You're very open to this person, and now you're going back over your mind every incident that took place, what was said, what he said, what she said, and now somebody feels like somebody's teasing, okay? Dangling partially truth, needing answers. Somebody is a shapeshifter, okay? You probably noticed this in that person. You probably even seen the face physically shapeshift, okay? And you kind of pull back your head to go and say, did I just see what I've seen? But you're getting, if you, that ever happened to you, you're getting clarification, getting clarified that you are dealing with a shapeshifter, okay? The relationship is toxic. It's a destructive relationship for somebody here. It's definitely being manipulated, and somebody's being gaslighting you here, collective, okay? Remember, this is a general reading. It will not be for everyone, but whoever it is toxic. There's always a lot of drama and arguments. You're incompatible, okay? The person only comes around when it's convenient to them, that they want to chill out or watch Netflix at your expense. You know what I mean? But you know, somebody now is fed up of all that now, that lifestyle. Somebody may want change. Somebody even may want to be wanting to settle down, okay? Somebody might want to be with somebody that's more mature and they can have a proper, decent adult conversation with about the future. Because right now, whatever you have to walk away from, people and things that no longer, you can get it again. Yeah, it's telling you to use some Palo Santo here, okay? It clears out negative energies and instills calm and relaxation. It fills your home with joy and harmony. But somebody is secretly keeping tabs on your every move here, collective, okay? This could be somebody whose life is crumbling here. And some of you is working around computers. It helps shield you from the harmful effects that technology can have on your mind and body. That's even those who are walking around with a mobile phone in their pocket or in their breast. You know what I mean? For someone though, you need to keep a protection pouch on with you because somebody is sending you negative energy. It's going to be exposed. Yeah. But for some of you, seek someone to perform or learn to do a hex breaking ritual. Somebody's hexed you here, okay? But for somebody out here, okay? Your ancestors, your angels, your spirit guides, gods and goddess, they got your back, okay? So whoever's trying to attack you on a spiritual level, your ancestors, them are watching your back here. And somebody might need to burn some fresh woodsy smell of cedar, a new, especially if they're moving home, especially in your new home, because it's kind of takes out the old energies, unwanted spirits, while inviting fresh, energetic vibes and protecting the new occupants. So some of you might need to burn some cedar wood if you're moving into your new place, but your ancestors are protecting you here, okay? But it's letting you know as well, though, that you're being hexed and people are sending you negative energy here, collective, okay? But who God bless, no man curse, okay? Something's going to be definitely be returning to sender for somebody here. What other message here for the collective? Because somebody definitely could be falling apart in this situation here. Tell me more. What more does the collective need to know? You got game over and pregnancy test. Somebody's unsure if they're pregnant or not. And that will be definitely game over for somebody because somebody is envious of you here, collective, okay? Somebody's trying to keep a promise. I don't know if it was to go and get somebody pregnant or somebody here is keeping a promise by not keeping it. But somebody is fulfilling some form of fantasy here because somebody feels that they're in a love story once upon a time. But the situation's about to explode, especially if somebody got pregnant here, okay? Especially if somebody put somebody in a third-party situation. Because somebody's walking around with some outdated, expired, disused old news that's been discarded. And now they're falling apart, falling to pieces because they're coming with the old ways, okay? Someone's trying to build a new house with old bricks here, okay? It's not going to work. Yeah, somebody's going to a sex shop or could work in a sex shop. And somebody's destroyed, shattered, broken. Somebody's fucked up, doing drugs. Situation's about to explode here, collective. Somebody's is really toxic and they're causing a lot of drama and arguments here, okay? Could have got some form of codependency. Well, he's telling you, I'm very, I'm about to, I nearly burst into the song then. Again, somebody's saying you're not going nowhere. Jennifer Hudson, I'm telling you, they're not going, okay? So you might end up with a bugaboo because it seems like somebody's not listening. But I'm also hearing who can't hear must feel. That's for somebody. Because they're being pre-warned here, stop what you're doing, leave somebody alone, they're not interested, or if somebody here is actually isolating themselves, they want some time out, okay? Tell me more. What else does the collective need to know right now? He's not emotionally unavailable, he's just not into you like that here, collective, okay? I know, ouch. But the quicker you stop romanticizing his ghosting as mystery, the faster you attract someone who actually shows up for you, emotionally and on time. Okay? So some of you are wasting your time on the wrong person who's got issues. Some people come into your life for a season for a reason. Okay? Because in the past, this is not your twin flame. This is your karma in sweatpants. Stop trying to make a toxic romantic. He's not your mirror. He's a walking lesson in what not to swipe right on. Detach, detox, delete. You're being told. Pre-warned is pre-armed, I always say. Okay? Because something is toxic and it's saying toxic more than once. Codependence, got some form of addiction, could be drugs, alcohol, shopaholic, you know. Well, for somebody here, though, you're not clingy, you're just inconsistent. You wouldn't question your worth if they didn't disappear every time you ask for basic respect. Don't gaslight yourself into settling for crumbs here, collective, okay? You're not clingy, you're just inconsistent. And for somebody here, you're not a backup dancer in the music video on their dating life. If you're always on the side while they chase center stage with someone else, drop the choreography. You are meant to lead. Okay? So be the head, not the tail here, because at the bottom, they're not playing hard to get here, collective. They're playing not that into you. Don't romanticize confusion. You deserve clear intentions, not mixed signals with a smoke smile. You're the prize, not the puzzle. Okay? So for somebody out here I'm speaking to, take your power back. Okay? This person is emotionally unavailable. You could be in this situation for years, but they're ghosting you, gaslighting you, keeping you stuck, okay, in a third party situation. It's time for somebody now to take their power back and be single and financially stable, okay? If this resonates with you, collective, please like, share, subscribe. I send you love and light. Namaste.